This is Benin City, where every household has at least a relative living in diaspora. Many residents in the city depend largely on money sent from friends and families living abroad. With little opportunities and unfavorable wage rates for services provided, there's a growing desire among the youths to seek greener pastures overseas. But how do they get there? Some go by air, but trust me, many go by land.
I'm 35, can't afford to have a wife and kids. Hard labor got my muscles looking twice as big.
We present you two victims who had dreams of getting to Europe through the land route via Libya. Here is their story.
What really motivates me, one, is that you can see the situation of the country. This country is not good to stay. All the youths, all our aim is to go to Europe and find greener pastures. This place where the youths are seeing hell here, that is one thing. That one is enough to motivate you to move. And number two, when you see your friends that you are together today, maybe in the next 3 weeks, they will call you with the number +39. You say, who is calling you with +39? You will now see it's your friend that you were with 3 weeks ago. Now call you that, oh boy, I don't confirm IT. I did IT. I did Italy, so as me I did talk, so I did campo. Or maybe you enter road, the road clear. Maybe you enter road, you will not rush. Look for money. You would like to go. You just want to go for the journey because just 3 weeks, no need of air now. Let me just try it. Let me just see how it will go. But you don't know the consequences you're about to go and face along the way. People, when you hear that people are traveling to Libya, I may be a friend. I will say, guy, I want to go Libya. You don't go. Yeah, you see, you get interested. But that guy who's saying one go, we'll say, okay, we don't reach like 6 people we want to go. Sure, you understand me? So since we are 6, we'll have the mind to go. We'll just take a transport down to Sokoto. From there, from that Sokoto is where you start having problem because it's illegal. We still pass through Sokoto to go to Niger. It's Iki. Arab call it Iki. We pass through the back. Let me say back, which is not supposed. We are supposed to pass through the road if it's legit travel that we are making. But we pass through the bush, there's the forest, and we'll find ourselves in Niger. So most times we don't have who is convenience, but most people have. You see some people here, their sister will call them from Italy and say, hey, call so person, go and meet him, he will take you down to Libya. But like mine was not like that. I just saw people that are going, I just follow them. So, but there are people that normally convey. You pay them, they will take you down there. If they take you up to Libya, your money got finished, your brother or your sister will send you money down that we used to cross from Libya to Italy. I don't know the people that are going now. The money may not be the same thing with the one like my set was 2011, 2012 set. Yeah, so I was like with 250,000 naira. I now change. You must change some to CFAs and change some to dollars. So that the money will be reduced. So you can be able to hide some inside your jeans trouser. Maybe you're wearing jeans or anything. You can hide some inside where your beds, where you fix your beds. You know. Because most times when you are going for the journey, you see rebels on the way. They will attack you. Most of us do hide money inside the anus. You know, most of us do hide money. Some places you are not supposed to swallow their money. So rebels, you come across rebels, they will if you deny that you don't have money, they will stab your anus and make sure they want to see if there's money inside that you're hiding. So to conclude everything, the journey is not an easy journey. I will not encourage anybody to embark on that kind of journey. I saw hell. 16 days I was inside the desert. My water got finished. The vehicle I entered was overheat, eating, was drinking fuel. So the other combined left us. We were inside the desert for 16 days. all the food got finished. We were having, what remained was only gari, but there's no water to drink. So we are now, some of us were drinking piss, our piss. Can't find water. Then after that 16 days, we decided to trek for 3. We decided to trek for 3 days. That time we were in the jail, about to go to where they call Duruku. We want to locate Duruku, so we are now trekking inside there for 3 days. No water. We will now find a place where there's water. The water is so dirty. We used it. We drink the water. Then they now use, because it's Turaya they use inside the desert. There's no phone, so they now control another vehicle that came after 16 plus 3. Is it not 19 days? They now came and pick up. After then, like 4 or 5 are confirmed dead, which we buried them inside the desert there. So me, what really helped me was because I was fit before I traveled. I played football, so I just left the job and said I want to go to Europe. That was how I survived that 19 days, and I was still, I was drinking my peace. I attempted to cross, but when we crossed, that was the time they were deporting people back. We got to Lampedusa. There's a place they call Lampedusa, downtown of Italy. We got there. They welcomed us. They brought, they gave us life jackets and everything. They welcomed us. We went into the ship. They rescued us. It was a girl that have gone through that route before, that is here in Italy, that told us that, hey guys, this is deportation. They are deporting us the next day. And we thought it was a lie. When we are already in Italy, they're celebrating. Say they are deporting us. So the next day, they put us inside the ship and brought us back to Libya. As we were getting to Tripoli police are already waiting for us with there's what they call cage. That thing they used to park prisoners. That's a car they used to, something like pickup. So they packed all the immigrants, all of us, inside that cage. They now took us to Tripoli station, police station. From there, they now packed us. The next day, they packed us inside another van down to Gatron. Gatron is downtown of Libya. It's covered with desert. So they took us to that prison, and that prison is on top of the desert. We were there for 9 days. That is the first place I experienced prison break. We even broke the prison. We fought with the people that are in charge of prisoners. That was why we escaped. I escaped. I found my way. I also a little money. I found my way back again to Sabah. From Sabah, I traveled down again to Tripoli. I was inside the boat because that time there was a lot of cold. So because of police, I entered the boat. That was how I saw myself in Tripoli. Then that was how I went to Connection House where I was staying. So I started paying for feeding and everything, trying to go back again. But unfortunately, I couldn't, and I decided to say no. After all the risk I've taken in the desert and the water, so I said no, this journey is not worth dying for. I have to go back to Nigeria. There's no place like home. I regret leaving Nigeria. I wish if they could show me that, hey guy, look at what you're going to pass through. They are going to give me $100 million. I won't embark on the journey. I swear. Back through the desert again. There was no money for flights then, because a week to when I wanted to come back, I've gone to do my TC and everything, to do my papers, to take air. That a week to, they bust our house. The guy that we were staying with, we never knew he was a drug man. So he went to do exchange of drugs. They caught him and they brought him to our house. They bust our house. So they searched and took away the money I want to use to come back to Nigeria, my flights money and everything. So I don't have a choice. I called Italy. My sister there, she now sent me money. So I now use the money to follow land back again. So when we are coming back, it was during the sun. There's no more coal again. I saw hell. We buried a lot of people. We have a lot of attack. The soldiers, their soldiers raped our girls, used them without condom. We face so many diseases from them. We can't even say anything, because if you say anything, they are going to anything they have, they use it on you. So it's not a journey for anybody to happen.
The stories they everywhere, many raped, robbed, many departed, and many dead, many left in the days of the living like any man, many drowned in the Mediterranean. Jesus, please lead us, don't let a big wave feed us. God forbid I get eaten by sea creatures. I pray the captain takes the next siege us. Believe us, we don't really wanna go.
I'm Mr. Famous Igbe, a returnee from Libya, or deportee. So actually what prompted me to go to Europe through Libya was I was actually passing through some challenges. On the 19th of July 2017, we left Benin to Abuja, from Abuja to Kaduna to Kano. So from Kano, the whole journey became rough. I entered boats from Kano to Jigawa. When we got to Jigawa, when I saw the number of people going to Europe through the Sahara Desert, I was discouraged. I couldn't come back because money has been spent, we have paid money, and so we continued the journey. So we get to Niger border. From Niger, they took us, about 26 of us, in Toyota bus. So when we got to Agadez, from Agadez they put us in Ilos, about 28 of us in the back of Ilos. So on our way, we spent 3 days in the Sahara Desert. I came across many corpses, dead bodies in the desert. And the sun in the desert, those corpses, they did not even decay because they were dried up like stockfish. So I looked around, even our water got exhausted, all our food got finished, and it's only God that took us through. So after spending 3 to 4 days in the desert, we got to Gatron, the first state in Libya. So I spent 5 days in Gatron. So from Gatron, they took us to Brac, another state. So we were just going from one place to the other, hiding ourselves. You know, the journey was rough because on our way going, we all prayed and fasted. God was really on our side. Why going? Because the journey looked successful where we were going. Well, when we get to the seaside where we are about to cross to Europe, it was just 6 hours from where we were in Subrata to Italy. So, getting there, we never knew that the European countries have made up their mind to stop the illegal migration. So it was when we got to the seaside, we spent 3.5 months in Subrata. Already we were not getting information, but they always told us to exercise patience. Next week they were going to cross us, the other week they were going to cross us. We spent 3.5 months in the seaside. So all of a sudden, the UN troops came and burst our camp where they put us, and they said they want to return us back to Nigeria. That was how the whole story became afresh again. So after they have arrested us, they took us to UN deportation camp. The torture, the starvation and everything, they really starved us. So it was there. We spent another a month and some weeks in UN custody. So it was when we were in UN custody, the Arab police, they really dealt with us because even the food they were giving us, sometimes they used to drug them. And they will come and take some of us to Tranquil, where they sell some of the people to people that do kidnap people, and those one will pay. So we that was praying against deportation, why going? Oh God, we don't want to be deported. Every power of deportation or away, every power of arrest, we cancel them in the mighty name of Jesus. You know, we kabash and all. Some of my friends will even say, I have been anointed. Anointed, and for this journey, I know nothing will bring me back to Nigeria. Oh, well, in UN custody, after enough, they have starved us, torture, and all, we now begin to reverse our prayer. God, let deportation come. We want to go back to Nigeria. We were not praying against, praying for deportation. Oh God, every power that is standing against our deportation, we cancel them in the mighty name of Jesus. Oh Libya, free me by fire, by force. Even at the time, the Arab policemen will come to us and say we should sing for them. Sometimes we do sing their song, make them play, make them laugh. But when the whole situation became worse, they'll come to us to pray. When I said, when are we going to go back to Nigeria? We are tired of singing for you people. We want to go back to Nigeria. They said we should sing first. And I said, okay. Oh, my home, my home. Oh, my home, my home. When shall I see my home? Because we were really tired of the whole situation over there, you know. Amongst the 3,800, they were going to take about just 260 for deportation. So we were there. The day they came, they brought all of us out, Nigerians, and they were calling names. So when I heard my name among 3,000 something, I heard my name among 3,000 something. For me, it was like a rapture, because for me to be called out of 3,800, you know, it was like a rapture to me. So they took us from there. They took us to the airport in Libya. When we got to the airport, I was happy. I know my redemption was near. So when they took us from the airport back to Murtala Muhammad International Airport, I was like they that dream. So finally they took us back to Edo State government, came to take us from Murtala Muhammad International Airport, and they brought us back to Edo State. Taking us out. If you see us, we were like rats that fall into oil. Many of us that left, they didn't come back alive. And most of us that came back alive, many of them were with bullet injury, some in their legs, some in their hands, even some in their waist. So some of them, they removed their eyes just because of money. So they do kidnap some people and torture them just for their people to make sure they send money from Nigeria here to free them over there. So the ones that the parents couldn't afford the money, those ones will just die in their custody. You know, like the vehicle they put us when I was going, they shot at us. 2 people sitting beside me sustained bullet injury. And they that will take you from the taxi driver that they will even send to come and receive you might even carry you sell the person off to those Tranquil people. You know, so the journey was rough. I would like to discourage whoever is preparing for such a journey. Maybe you want to go to Europe, or even your brother over there is encouraging you to try to come to Europe through Sahara Desert. I would advise you never to try it, because the risk involved, out of 100%, 95%, if they do not die in the desert, they will get drowned in this Mediterranean Sea. Only 5% that will survive. You will now hear the story of those who will be thinking Europe is easy, it's easy. It's not that easy at all. Even the burger that will burger you from here to Libya might even call whoever wants to receive you over there. This guy has money, his people has money, just take him to Tranquil. They will take that person to Tranquil. So I just give God the glory, and I thank God for bringing us back alive. I thank God because I did not sustain injury. I did not sustain any bullets, no gunshot, but most of my friends sustained injury. Some of them died. Majority of us that left Nigeria here lost their lives in this Sahara Desert. You know, many people do lose their lives in the sea. There is no boat they will load. If they load 50 boats in a day, about 30 to 40 will capsize. You know, so it was just God. So like my advice for anyone who is getting ready for such a journey is just, no matter how you pray, no matter how you kabash, fasting and prayer or whatever, I won't encourage you to embark on such a journey, because I would not even tell you it's a journey of life and death. It's a journey of death, no life there. That's it. That's my story.
Made up my mind, this is a risk worth taking. If I don't make it, I'm hoping that I awaken in a better place on the planet reincarnated. The evidence of the unseen is what faith is. I hope you're praying, this is something you should fast for. So what they see, need a very strong pastor. The Lord said I get whatever I ask for, and what I ask for is a European passport. But first you gotta pray for survival. Then you pray that I'm alive on arrival. It's time to use all the quotes from your Bible, cause a part of me still thinks I'm suicidal. But if I make it, I promise to build your houses. Tell her suck at my girl, I pay her dowry. Then I'ma put her on a salary. But if you don't hear from me in 6 months, forget about it.
According to data from National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, the federal government has evacuated a total of 2,091 Nigerians from Libya between October 2017 and January 2018, with indigents of Edo State making up 938 of the contingents. How is the Edo State government responding to this humanitarian crisis?
So one option we must consider in dealing with the issue of migration is to create windows for regular migration. That means that as governments, we should be able to train our people, show them options, skill them, certify them to work, to travel, and I always said that by the time they get that certified, there will be no incentive to since they have more opportunities. I mean, if it's most people just don't want to travel from home, except something triggers it. So we feel that yes, we will not be able to deal totally with the issue of migration for a while with us. However, we just don't want kids growing up with that notion that it's migration or nothing else.
Ever since the damning CNN reports on slavery in Libya, which puts Edo State in the front burner, the state and federal government have held conferences with European stakeholders and urged them for support to build institutions to help curb illegal migration. More so, the government also embarked on rehabilitation programs for the returnees. Hopefully, The steps taken will help reduce illegal migration.
Mike, you don't see the letter when the Sarah bring?
No, waiting talk for the letter, sir.
I'm gonna be smart too. Well said. Yeah, I'm sitting here feeling like I got no other options. Got me wishing my mother got an abortion and never brought me into this torture and suffering. My country's rotten, it rots with corruption. Every day I'm fighting for the right to live. I'm 35, can't afford to have a wife and kids. Hard labor got my muscles looking twice as big as the average man. So tonight I might just live this country to a place I'm calling home. Whether or not I make it across, nobody knows. I'm hoping I'ma find me a tree where money grows, so I guess the pop mommy I'll be sending something home. She been praying that I find a solid boat, and the Holy Ghost will provide wisdom from his soul. I heard over there my sisters get their body sold. There's a heaven for thieves, so forgiveness is possible.
Situations got me thinking if I make it till tomorrow. Oh, I just wanna live my life better than it used to be. Situations got me thinking if I make it till tomorrow.
My motivation is the suffering and the unemployment. My mom's hypertensive, drugs, we can't afford it.